doubtless been very happy waking up to all of the good news on this Friday morning, and that is of course 22nd July. Now this is because Indian athletes did the nation proud in the World Athletics Championships, because not one, not two, but three athletes have qualified for their respective finals on the same day itself. Now, this is obviously massive if you have followed Indian athletics for a long time, because athletics has always been one field where India have traditionally underachieved and underwhelmed, despite actually producing quite a few good athletes through its history. However, this time around, there's been none of that, and aside from these three, who of course are javelin throwers Neeraj Chopra and Rohit Yadav, as well as triple jumper Eldred Paul. Besides these three, there's also javelin thrower Anu Rani, who's made it through to the finals. So that means there are 4 Indians in the finals this time around, 3 of whom come from the field of javelin and 1 who comes in the field of triple jump, which in itself is historic, as we are going to discuss in this video here. Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for joining us. I am Shane Dias, and today we are going to be talking about how these athletes have made history by qualifying for the final event on the same day. Now, first off, obviously Neeraj Chopra. It was expected that Neeraj would be, in fact, he came into this event as a medal favorite, and understandably so, given that he is, in fact, the defending Olympic champion in javelin. And of course, for him making it, mind you, it's the first time proper that he'll be in the finals of the javelin throw at the World Athletics Championship. But beyond that, he made it look as easy as possible for him. Remember, if you had watched him during the Olympics as well, if you remember how it is that he qualified, his very first throw, he was effortlessly well beyond the automatic qualification mark, and he made it through very easily. That is exactly what happened here as well, because remember, the qualification mark was the 83 for automatic qualification. He had 88.39. First throw itself, done and dusted, that's all she wrote. He's qualified, easy as you like, in typical Neeraj Chopra style. So of course, this will be his first World Athletics Championship final, and it just shows what a rise he's been on in recent times when you think about it, because he's already an Olympic champion and now could very well be in with a chance of becoming a champion in the World Athletics Championships as well. But of course, with Neeraj doing so well in javelin, obviously there's been a bit of a spotlight, and naturally more and more people who would be curious and in fact eager to do well in this particular field. And the other athlete who has made it through to the finals in the exact same men's javelin throw category is India's Rohit Yadav. Now, Rohit Yadav sees Neeraj obviously as he has previously discussed that he sees Neeraj as a friend, and the two of them are close. But he would also no doubt be happy with the fact that he's managed to make it through to the finals as well, because of course it means that the spotlight with Neeraj being there will shine much brighter, and will shine doubly brighter if you're also another Indian athlete. Now, Rohit isn't obviously at the level of a Neeraj in terms of the kind of throws that he can hit, but he's also ranked very high, and in fact the way it was his ranking points itself that made him qualify for this event to begin with. Of course, he didn't have it quite as easy as Neeraj did when it came to making it to the final, because again, he threw 80.42 meters in the end, and that proved to be enough, but he only finished 11th in the qualifying standings overall. So obviously it's a bit of an uphill climb for him if he has to maybe make that make it to that top 3 potentially, because again, the highest throw on the day was not even Neeraj's, it was 89 meters, and it was that of the defending champion in the World Athletics Championship. So obviously 80 meters and 89 meters is a big bit of difference. Remember, even Neeraj has been speaking about the need for him to breach the 90-meter throw mark for him to be a regular contender in all these events. But nevertheless, it's always great news to see another Indian doing well, particularly in the javelin throw sport. And last but not least, of course, there is Mr. Eldred Paul, who has made history by becoming the first Indian ever to make it in the men's triple jump final at the World Athletics Championship. Now, obviously, as I said, athletics is something where India traditionally haven't always been a stronghold. They haven't had a stronghold over that sport. It's been quite the opposite. In fact, Neeraj was independent India's first solo gold medal winner. So that in itself would tell you just how much ground India have to make. But again, the fact that Eldred Paul could make it to the final to begin with, in itself massive news, and he ended up qualifying in 12th, with a jump of 16.68 meters. Again, 12th, by the way, was his overall standings in his group. He ended up finishing in 6th. So obviously massive deal for him as well and for India. Don't forget, besides these three, there's also Anu Rani, who qualified for the women's javelin throw final, and she ended up doing it in clutch fashion because again, she had a foul in her first throw. Her second throw wasn't necessarily good enough. It didn't neither breach the qualifying mark, the automatic qualification mark, nor did it place her in the qualifying spots. So in her third and final throw, she needed an 83-meter throw to be guaranteed qualification. She also made it through, and that means that besides these three, there is also going to be Anu Rani, who's going to be taking part in the finals of the World Athletics Championship, the javelin throw. So massive news if you're an Indian sports fan, obviously, and that means that, you know, Saturday and Sunday are going to be interesting days to keep an eye out on the finals of these events, because of course we have some degree of medal hopes as our athletes have made it through to the finals. Don't forget that you can keep up with, you know, the matches and all are being shown live on TV, so you can keep up with that. And of course, as always, you can join us here at Sports Today for discussions and analysis of the same. For now, I'm bringing this video to an end, so thank you all so much for joining us. If you enjoy what it is that we do, please don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, drop us a comment. How happy are you over the fact that Indian athletics seems to be making some degree of progress? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Last but not the least, tap the bell icon so that you know every single time it is that we're going live or uploading a video for you guys. As always, I'm happy to be joined by you. My name is Shane Dias, and I hope to be seeing you very soon. Bye-bye.